Hello and good evening, welcome back to the channel, me Dragonborn McQueen. Welcome to, well, what is going to be a new theme park that I'm going to do purely on stream, because I was like, well, I kind of do stuff and then people are like, oh, you know, there's no, it's kind of slow build and it's not very fast and it's not very enjoyable for people to watch. So I decided we're going to do a challenge part, but there are going to be a few rules and stipulations around it. Mainly, I can't just plonk down facilities and call it done. It needs to have walls and everything. But basically, get me to work with textures and everything else. Yeah, this is fine for now because my budget is 50,000. So that is an entrance, but it's not an entrance, is it? So to be able to open the park, it's currently closed. I need the proper things. I'm going to need guest services. If I have security in the place, I need a security building. I'm going to have all those rules, and they need to be proper, full-on buildings. Although the buildings will be very, very, very simple in design, not all this expensive trim like I normally do, and not this over-saturated stuff. I wanted something where I could perhaps learn to use the basic features of the game, like the walls and stuff, like, to give it more of a look, kind of. Yeah, anyway, you'll see what I mean. But let's first of all, let's build. Okay, right, why was this not? That's a different building. And all right, okay, whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna go really cheap. I'm gonna go really. So I thought I could hear my phone then, but I can't. Oh, I am going to just put on social. So something that you guys can basically follow along is the idea. Hopefully you guys can follow along. So I haven't given up on the other theme park. I am still building it, but it's one I'll do off camera, and I'll do a like proper walkthrough. But that, I am not going to be able to build much in that park at all. So it's kind of like where the necessity for something I can build lots of came from, if that makes any sense. Because it's yeah, it's challenging. It would turn out to be. Okay, let's go fix sun. So that, no, we need to be outside. Nope, nope, fix sun. Close that. So pathing, seating, everything like that is going to cost money. So I want to stick guest services in to like there. The main idea for doing this is also to, as well as learning new textures, is to see about if I can yeah, staff toilet would be in there. So I'm just trying to think about things and what I'm doing. I don't know. Let's go. See, the main reason for doing this is to see if I can learn more textures and things, but also so we can put more into the actual game. Alright, that's not great. I don't like that texture. It's, yeah, it's not really great, is it? What is that actually called? workshop front. Let's just go. Let's search shop front. I wonder if it'll bring them up. So yeah, to challenge myself and give you guys something so people can chip in, make suggestions, give me ideas. But we're gonna have to go cheap rides, you know, very simple ideas. Rough brick, is that any good? Well, it's got a bit of texture to it. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? Let's go rough brick and then go all rough brick and then yeah. So the idea is budget UK theme park. Really, that's classic brick. We want rough brick, townhouse brick, rough brick. That's what we want. I guess we want path in, that sort of thing, and everything else. What is that? Keepstone. So I want to use texture more to make it look more interesting for on the eyes. No, I don't want castle. It was Keepstone, wasn't it? Yep, there we go. So yeah, don't expect lots of expensive trim and flash stuff. It's going to be basic budget. I'm thinking about putting an ice cream stand in first of all, just to have somewhere for... Oh, we need a staff room as well, so perhaps in the security area I can put the staff room as well, because it might double up as a security staff room office. But because I've got a budget, guest needs are going to be very... Let's keep it open. Yeah, guest needs are going to be, have to keep an eye on it, and I have to be very careful not just to bankrupt myself straight away. They're building big elaborate roller coasters that, you know, a starting park would never be able to afford. So facilities, custom, staff. So we've got mechanic workshop, staff building. I mean, I could require research, but I don't think that'd be very good. I don't want a massive staff room. Bearing in mind it's a security office with a staff room built in. Medium is £200. Actually, that's the wrong place to put it. Okay, yeah. But I wanted you guys to come along for the ride, really. That was the main reason for doing it like this. But also, as I say, so I can learn about new things and everything else. I've just realised we've got full power management, yeah. And I've just instantly, the first hurdle has arisen. Because I'm not used to doing all that sort of stuff. Guest services. So, power. Are these providing power? Or do I need to like build a power generator? Oh, has it got maximum research? Do I have to do research? I might have to do research. That could be interesting, couldn't it? Yeah, I think I do have to do research as well. Yeah, that's not a good idea to put it over there. You know, it's spark. We'll put it there. And then we'll put on... Oh, I haven't got music on either, have I? Let's sort that out. Is that give him power? Oh. That's a power generator. But you need your power distributor. So which way? Okay, that's the front. There we go. So now we have the basics. And I mean the basics. Path. So where I can put it up, I will, but I'm trying to stick to grid, keep it simple, make it as basic as possible. Have I given up on... No, I've not given up on the other theme park, if anyone's joining and is wondering. Don't worry. My Western theme park is going to stay alive, but progress on that is very slow. So I want something that's going to be a little bit more... Okay, is this costing me money to place... No, it's not costing me money to put down path. That's interesting. No cost for placing path. Even on hard, I would have thought we'd have had challenging. No, not classic path. We want that. Do we want straight? No, no. Alright. What are you doing, game? No, no, no. Just so I connect the path. There we go. Do we still... Okay. Wasn't quite what I wanted to do, but it'll work. Do I not need access to a power distributor? It doesn't actually connect to the front of it. But surely I need access to I would think I would need access, personally. Wouldn't you? I think we'd need access just to... Yeah, I feel better with that. So of course I can't open the staff room, I can't open the guest services, there is no roof on these buildings, sticking by my rules, so... Yeah. It's going to need windows, it's going to need to be a fully functioning... Oh, yeah. Fully functioning building before I can open it. Am I going to keep it simple? Yes. Am I going to turn the music on? Also yes. That's what I was trying to think. New game soundtrack. So probably the cheapest roller coaster we can find is probably what we want. The absolute cheapest roller coaster. Any slate roofs, basically. Basic. That looks kind of nice. Scalloped roof. Okay. Go with that, I suppose. As I say, budget is going to be my main enemy. And also fighting the urge to add loads of trim and everything. I mean, when we've got more money, and obviously we can do that. But at the moment, I'm going to keep it simple, like very simple. And trying to keep variety whilst doing it. Brick wall painted, I mean, yeah. Could have that. I'm kind of thinking of plaster. Like panel or plaster. Yeah, plaster wall. Of course, I'm going to have to keep everything labelled as well, which is going to be another challenge for me, really, isn't it? So that they know what's what. Anyway, how are you all doing this heat? I'm not enjoying it at all. And I'm really not going to enjoy it tomorrow when I'm at work. So where are those windows? Windows? Roofs that I want. Like I say, when we've got money, we can start. Oh. Scallop doesn't have a middle piece. That's a bit concerning, isn't it? It has no apex. It's fine on something like this. So this is going to cost me a bit of money, but it's a... It's a minor setback, and I mean I'd rather discover now, but... I wish I hadn't have done both buildings. I mean, I could still leave that in Scallop. Do you know what? We'll leave it like that. I don't know whether I'm getting full refund for returns. Let me. I'm just curious. Guest refunds on. Guest refund multiplier. Oh, they get back more money. Demolish refunds on. Refund multiplier 50%. Right. Okay. So only getting back half of what we're spending. That's worth bearing in mind. So cock-ups are costly. That's not good. Oh, I like that. Slate roof, yeah. Something very the old UK about slate roofs. That looks like a nice little an old cottage been converted into some work. Something you probably see very often in the UK, repurposed into a work offices. So now I need fitting windows, i.e. small ones, and we need to do something with this. What do we do with this? Oh, look at that roof, look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. We also need the name of the theme park outside. I cannot even open it without the name of the theme park. Also, with this heat, bugs, flies everywhere, driving me up the wall. You open the windows, hundreds of flies come in because of the cat's food. Great. I actually prefer. I'm willing to take the hit. Yeah, I think we should take the hit on, and then we can put across there a roof, slate roof as well. I think we should take the hit on this stuff because this looks alright, but that slate looks awesome here. Every building may have to have that sort of almost tired, rundown slate look because I like it so much. Townhouse slate from the Parades pack. Beautiful, beautiful Parades pack. Yeah, if we get a parade in this budget park, I'll be impressed. They would probably have an arcade, and that's daunting as they take up a lot of percentage and they take up a lot of room and they take up a lot of money. So that's a daunting prospect to put an arcade in. We won't straight away. A souvenir shop though, upsell, upsell, upsell straight away. Yeah, that is beautiful. And let's go with a slightly steeper roof on the entrance. Right, let's get on the floor, and I want to go 3 meters up. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this ridge goes in the middle, because I know some ridges don't actually go in the middle. It does. Does it go in the right place though? Not really. It's like, it's either sticking up and looking a bit weird sticking up, or what? Yeah. Look. What are you doing, game? That's going up. Come on, Frontier. Fix your bloody game. Look. Now it's starting to go up. Now it. I mean, that's not even in the right place. Right. Fuck. Flip's sake, you know. Fine, I'll do it myself, you know. I didn't want your help anyway, game. I wasn't using grid pieces for ease of design at all. Oh, the beauty about that is though, can I? Now, Frontier, just pay attention, yeah, just see how that's mounted on top. That's how I like it all the time. You know, like Frontier watch my videos. We can but dream, gentlemen. What is going on there? Look at that. Look at that grid. Now, look. It's had a meltdown. Is that... I was to say, is that correct for this piece? It isn't. I kind of like it. We can now officially open the park. No, we can't. No, we can't. There's no windows. There's no windows or doors. How are they going to access it? So if I stop and you hear some, like, it's because I'm overheating here, you know. I'm gonna crack open a drink just so I can at least try and keep my temperature down in some way. And it's nice to lubricate the old mouth, isn't it? Right, so... not lots of wood trim and that sort of thing. However, and nowadays you wouldn't really have gates, would you? You would just scan. You would just scan your e-ticket and go in, but Planet Coaster being Planet Coaster 2, we need to do all these antiquated things, and if it does feel like a park from the past, then perhaps we should lean into that and make it a park from the past. Does that make any sense to anyone? Including me. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, confirm, we'll do that. That looks nice enough, doesn't it? And we'll have one there. One in between there. One in between there. One in there. I was going to say we could have an ice cream stand, but no self-respecting theme park would open up without at least a decent ice cream stall to sell to the kids. And I think the first investment should definitely be a shop after we've got like some rides. And perhaps a coaster if we can afford it. We need a toilet facility. There's all these things to think about. Going to design backstage areas, and I use that term loosely, just places where staff would go that guests wouldn't go. So yeah, we're going for a very budgeted affair. Like you think the only things holding it up are the few nails you can see in the woodwork. These guests are going to get impatient and want to come in soon. They can wait and just beat it and go. Okay. Do I want a, like, I suppose we want to put Golden Sunrise, like, on a sign at the front here. Shop. Not shop signs, we want shop. Miscellaneous signs, thing. Billboards. Are you? No, okay. That's too themed. There's too much theming going on there. Rejected for being too themed. Far too much theming. Since I'm going for bland, generic. Okay, no theme in there. That's kind of budget. The kind of thing we want. If it looks tacky and nasty, that's probably because it is. And that's because that's how we want it. Oh, that okay, no, that's wood. That is our dark wood. Yeah, Planet Coaster shop awning. I've never used this shop awning, and I like the look of it. It serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever. If you look at it, what's it actually doing? What's the point? Is it? It's not keeping the sun off you, that's for sure, because it's full of holes. By that same token, it's not going to keep the rain off you, is it? It's just going to be there for show, for decoration, I guess. Safety signs, yeah, we're going to have safety signs. We're going to have to think about entrance and exit signs, you know, queue paths. Do I use automatic railings? I mean, on the budget, 47, you know, we've spent 3,000 just on the entrance alone, and we're not even finished, and we've got to put windows and things, because before I can even open them. We have a basic guest service sign there. Is that in keeping with our cheap, or is that better? I mean, you know what, parks, you tend to find budget parks, I don't know, well, in the UK you tend to find budget parks use wood a lot, because it gives an impression of opulence, of quality. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the case, it just gives that impression. That's too dark, isn't it? Let's lighten up a bit. But still, that hard and dark treated wood, right? Some doors and windows, people. It's down to the serious business, the brass tacks of things. So we can open shops. Windows, I mean, these windows are brilliant. Look, the Planet Coaster window. Yes, that is exactly what we want. Thank you very much. And do we want that awful plastic PVC? Of course we do. Just, if you know, you know. That's ideal. You know, it's a beautiful period village cottage, or oh, hang on, that's not right, is it? I thought they were them. They're not meant to be that way, are they? Like, I thought they were meant to be. They are meant to be like that, aren't they? Oh no, that's better. No, those ones don't work. I suppose that slides across. I know where we can use that. Perfect. In the staff toilet. That's where that one can go. Just in case you've had a particularly turbulent visit. Oh, ow. Okay. Are we going to ask what happened there? No, we're not. Yeah, it's a crying shame when you see a beautiful period piece, like a 17th or 18th century or 19th century even cottage, and it's got PVC windows. That's just a crime against architecture, in my opinion. But they do it because it's cheaper and easier to maintain, and you tend to see it all over. You tend to see older buildings with non-period correct windows all the time in budget places. All right, well, I was just thinking this was going to be the staff area. Stop jumping over to the other side of the bloody park, please. So we want a awful white PVC window. For someone who normally creates beautiful and doesn't worry about budget and stuff like that, this is painful, to say the least. But we're working on a budget and we're going for a particular feel and look. So I want to achieve that look. Every time I have to press the button it hurts. Look, will you stop jumping off to the other side of the park? Why does it do that? Can anyone tell me why it does that? Does anyone know why it does that? Okay, do we go from there? Or do we go from top? I say we go from sill level, because that actually makes more sense. Staff kitchen. You know, if we've got more money, once the park starts making a bit more money, we might make these look a bit more appealing. But for now, standard door single. No, that's not quite right, is it? That's like, that feels like an interior door to me. I don't know. Toy door paned, and it pained me that they brought that out before a studios pack. Which we're getting next week, hurrah. Although somebody pointed out, one of my friends, well, somebody who regularly chats, yeah, one of my friends, let's go to that level. She pointed out that it's repurposed assets plus some new stuff. So yeah, I kind of be interested to see what the price point is, what they're giving us. If they're going to be doing repurposing old stuff and adding new things, vintage pack, vintage pack, vintage pack. See, okay, that is a deep set window. In that, isn't it? That is a deep set window. What kind of colour? We need a company colour. You know, companies have like blue, reds. I mean, big famous English chain has red as their main colour. I think we should go with blue, like not that. Okay, perhaps they would have the. Oh, actually, I know other companies associated with blue that I used to work for. No, we don't. I don't want blue. It's going to depress me every time I see it. Orange. Orange is our colour. Nobody does orange, and it would work. It would work with the name of the park, wouldn't it? Go on Sunrise. So orange is our colour. Everything needs to be orange, right? Sorry. Orange. Now I said orange, confirm. What is pink? Is this pink? Does this light up or something? Does that light up? I'm curious. No. So why is that? Yeah. Pink. It's kind of looking nice at the moment. I'm not like kind of like it's basic. It's basic, but it's doing what it needs to. Yeah, okay. I want to put something around the back here of this one. What facilities do we have that could be staff orientated? Let me have a look whether we have to do research. I think we do. Yeah, we do. So what coasters do we have? So we have no research points, so we need to get... Alright, well, that's just decided what facility we put in. Around the back here is our mechanics workshop, which would also double up like a yeah, no, that's fine. Do we put it there or do we put it central? We put it there. And it is going to be a mechanics workshop. I'm going to go 45 degrees. So I need to employ a mechanic. I need to employ a janitor. I need places for people to sit. I need a ride of some kind. Oh, the fact that paths are free is nice. I say they're free. They eat up percentage like no man's business, but we can get our little budget area in. This isn't ideal, is it? So we might want to put a cover across here, some kind of arch or something, I guess. We are sticking with these windows. You kind of want whilst you want a window perhaps on this side of the building, you don't want guests to have direct access to your staff that may be taking a break, because that would be bad. Which means I'm going to have to build a backstage area around here and walls so that the guests, as they're walking in, cannot see. It would be nice to be able to push this all back, but this is what we were given at the start. Look, 3 coaches have turned up in the middle of a field and they've found this theme park in the middle of nowhere, and that's what we're going with. We're sticking with that. So fences or walls, partitions. Classic brick wall, which actually needs some kind of security on top of it. Do we have anything that's a lawn border? Very perish. lawn border, whatever, chaps. Fences are not looking very... Fences are not looking very fence-like, I was going to say. I swear there's more fences than... the game is letting on. These are nice. I enjoy them. They're practical. Toy box crayon fence. Well, that's not all fences. I can prove to you that's not all fences. Scenery content pack. Parades pack, please. So do I go Jack and the Beanstalk, that sort of thing? You know, I mean, budget theme parks always rip off fairy tales. That's... sorry. Use fairy tales as evidence. See? Small Town Fence. That wasn't in there. That is brilliant, Small Town Fence. My best favourite, that, because, you know, heaven only knows where that ends up. Do we want... no, we want some kind of deterrent for climbing over. That would be a nice deterrent, wouldn't it? You know, do not climb over into our theme park. These spiky things might hurt you. Tar very much. And also, we haven't got a massive budget, but it looks a bit posh by doing that. Because we stuck some wood on top of some bricks. Yeah, we're absolutely... honestly, we're absolutely minted. Come in now, please. This isn't a budget theme park. We've got the same sort of budget as Oakwood currently has, which, if you know anything about poor Oakwood, you'll know that it's closed. So the owners are just setting up rides and scrapping everything. Oh, they've probably all done that now. In fact, I've watched stuff about Oakwood since, and I was like, I was watching something this evening about some people exploring it when it was abandoned, and I'm like, okay. And I was like, oh yeah, I know where this is, and if you go down there, and I realised, and here's the thing, I realised where everything was. I knew where everything was because of Moomin Little Sock's video, where he recreated Oakwood. That's how I knew the layout. I've never been there, but I kind of knew the layout. I was like, that shows you how bloody good his creation was. Okay, well, I guess we have to go with the same sort of door. Do we go for the happy orange, the golden sunrise orange? I guess we do. This massive door, about the only period things that have survived on the building, you know. Everything else has been stripped out, or is broken, rotted, or been destroyed. I was going to say it needs guttering. It doesn't really, does it? Because these servers, like, enough to keep the rain off the building, I guess. So when we've got some money, we'll put some, like, stuff to make it look more theme parky, I guess. Right, wow, that's very descriptive. I'm glad we were all on the same page. We all know what I'm on about. Now, benches. Let's talk benches, shall we? Because it's such an exciting subject. Benches would be, I mean, wooden, practical, and not too comfortable. We don't want people to actually sit down for a long period of time. We just want people to be able to sit down occasionally when their legs are about to give up because they've had to walk 1,000 miles from one coast to the other. I mean, a coffee shop really, and this type of bin, if you went to a theme park in the 80s, was everywhere. Was everywhere. So it's going to be everywhere in my theme park. And generally, it would be piled high to the point where you couldn't actually put anything in, and there'd be about 2,000 wasps flying around it, and you have to like time it right just to get in there and not get stung. Okay, what's hang on. Do I open the guest services shop? See, the moment I own it, I hire staff, it starts costing us money. At the moment, it's a big no-no. It's a big no-no. I guess we need a ride and the fabled ice cream shop. And I'd love to put a souvenir shop in at the front. I'd love to put a souvenir shop in. I mean, really, do I limit myself in the fact that I can't open the park until I've got, you know, a proper board around it? I mean, we'll be here all day if I do that, and it just won't happen, will it? Let's be honest. That slate roof is a find, though. That townhouse slate roof. Yeah, I'd highly recommend that. Oh, do we bring the board around there? Yeah, we do. We do that. Oh, I'm still waiting for my stinging nettles frontier, by the way. Where's my stinging nettles? I'm creating an 80s style British theme park on a budget, and I have no stinging nettles. I mean, I think I'm gonna stick with this grid because we're gridded out here perfectly. Yeah, so that's the security office. So, is there? I bet there isn't anything that says security in. There's no sign that says security as such. Chief Beef, yeah. Just have him. This is your security, Chief Beef. Security office would also be lost and found, so yeah. I could have it doubling up, couldn't I? Let me have a look at some of the miscellaneous. Okay, well, what's that? So that's kind of, yeah, that's good. That would work. So now we can hire security staff so people won't get robbed when they come to my theme park, which is probably a nice thing. You know, you don't go to a theme park expecting to lose all your belongings. Colour, right. Is that the outside colour, or is that... Yeah, that is. And we go... Security would be a darker blue, yeah. And then... I don't know why I do this, but I always do. I don't actually write within the sign. Probably because I think you can get more on this by doing it this way. It's probably can't. It might just be illusion. Security. And oh no, actually we don't want and. If we put and, it's going to be like and lost and found. It's not going to work, is it? You can have and. You can't have and in a sentence. Lost and lost. Security lost. Security are lost. And found will have to be a separate. So what kind of, I don't know, we want, no, we don't want Aladdin. We want basic, bold, Yeah, that's fine. No, 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 no. Don't advance move. Why is that an option? Press it square, advance move. Why? Lost and found. Also, you know, you could put children in that bracket. I mean, I'm not saying you should, but you would go. It's the same place you would go for children. You wouldn't put them in the lost and found, though, would you? I found this missing child. Right, put them in the box over there. We'll wait till someone comes to collect them. You'll probably get a few complaints about that one. Now let's get your theme park closed down before you've even opened it. Right. Brilliant. Security lost and found. Probably too big for our sign. Yes. Our sign is too big, but we can resize to 80%. Now we want it in the right place. Oh, actually, that Y makes it very difficult. Why does security have to have a Y in it? Seriously. Right, so we can employ... Hang on. Have I just... Oh, no. I was about to say that... Yeah, the staff room entrance is there. Although, really, we want to move the staff room back one because you need access to the security office as well. Look, it's an illusion. Right, okay, we know that I made a slight error there. But, I mean, do you know what? Okay. Pass costs nothing, and look, we can move it like that. Now, I feel better now. I'm going to know it's not right, and it's going to annoy me. So, ice cream, what is going to be the opening rides? Like, we need a cheap but 80s coaster that I can customise. So, there is Darts Kinetic sit-down 6-seater. Is that... Right, okay, I was trying to look at the information and you just took it off screen, game, thank you. Cannot invert, for all ages, max drop angle 60 degrees, 75 banking angle, 60-degree incline, minimum track length, maximum, okay. Classic chain lift coaster with 80 style trains, nice. Could be good. Cost 11,000. I mean, is that, you know, there are cheaper ones like that is 5,760. That is a bargain, except that is also an antique, although it makes sense to put an right, I mean, a lot of these more modern wooden wild mouse is dirt cheap. But you start putting these in and then... Oh, well, hang on. Kiddie coasters. Vector Child Coaster Return. So that's a boomerang, is it? And that's a standard one. 2,500. Yeah, a kiddie coaster could be a way to go. Although that mini drop is only 5,760. Is that's not all the coasters, is it? That's not all the coasters. I know. Where's the rest of the coasters? Pretty sure. Oh, duh. That's all the coasters I have access to because we have to reset the rest of them. Door. Because we're playing on hard. So, okay, what flat rides do we have then? I'm guessing that's not going to be too fantastic then. But perhaps we want to start with flat rides. They're a bit expensive, aren't they? I've never really... Buoyancy, I mean, yeah, they all come to my park for buoyancy, aren't they? I mean, I've never seen that in a real theme park, probably for good reason. I mean, excitement, 2.2. Fear, 205. 1.8, nausea, okay. Flying theatre, kind of awkward to build. Ah, the classic Grand Carousel. Helter Skelter 710, but they're not good. You know, you don't go, kids, where do you want to go today? And they don't turn around in the car and say, let's go to the park with the one Helter Skelter. And it just never happens. Teacups, Strike. What else we got? We've got kind of fairground rides. These feel more fairground. Oh, we do have Little Dipper. Do you know what? We may have to think family and kiddie. Oh, jumping disc. I thought that was the spinny thing. That's not. That's the Tagata, isn't it? That's what that is. Iron Claw. We want something that's going to like draw people to our park. We need to draw adults to our park because they spend more money. In our one and only ice cream shop, we need a coffee shop as well. If we're going for that adult look. So no trim on these buildings. I think that's kind of all right. They look okay. They look serviceable, and we've only used 3%, and we have quite a lot of facilities in. So we can't grumble at that, I don't think. So do we have milkshakes? We have coffee shop. Upselling is going to be the job, isn't it? And an arcade, a cheap arcade, and some idiot driving really fast down the street. Yep. Showing that he's got a hole in the exhaust. Well done, mate. Might pass this MOT. Let's put... Okay, so we need to start hiring staff. We need to start getting people in here. And we need to start, in all seriousness, getting things, like getting something to get people through the door. Gelato Bros is not ice cream. I'd love to have an ice cream shop though. If we're going to be hot, it's going to be a hot place. We don't want changing rooms either. I don't think I've got access to everything here. There's not everything here. I swear there's not everything here. I don't know. Do I have to research? I don't think I have to research shops, do I? No. Yeah, I just thought if I put latte love in, half the time they complain. We are going for these, I'm sorry that we're going for these box style counter, and I'm not designing counters with nice interiors and stuff, but at the moment that's all the park can really afford. They don't want areas where they have to clean up inside. Just a few tables outside to wipe up. Perfect, you know, that's more than good. Actually, saying that, that sentence was a flash of brilliance there. A eureka moment. A little outdoor bit where we could put some seating, basically like a little squared off bit off the main drag, off the main walk, and that way at the end of the main walk we could put our one and only coaster. But I think a supporting flat ride, then hopefully that will be enough to get people through the door and get them spending money and staying for a little bit. It's like a stop off on the way home. You know, you drive past, you see like a big coaster or something, or something that attracts their attention, and then they come in and have a look and go, oh, it's not too bad, and they have a coffee and the kids play a little bit on the ride. Yeah, so perhaps we want family-based stuff at the front. I don't know. Like all ages. Like make the coaster thrilling enough for adults, but not too scary kids don't go on it. I'm gonna have to watch the G-forces a lot then, aren't I? A lot. Right, what was I doing? Waffling. That's what I was doing. So we need that keep. So do I go rough brick or keep? The keep, like, I kind of like that keep stone. Really like that. I don't know where that's come from. I think it's from the... Actually, I do know. I think it's from the Sorcerer's Pack. Kind of like it. With a bit of slate. That's a nice slate roof. Lime plaster. I mean, I used to love this in Planet Coaster because of the texture. But we're going keep stone. All the way, keep stone. Yeah, like some converted farm buildings, basically. That's what this is. But don't tell anyone, alright? That's... And yeah, plaster on the wall where it's the bricks have fallen out over the years. I have just realised, yes, we have all just realised the problem, haven't we? Yeah, we have. And if you haven't realised the problem, you weren't here for the ridge cap incident of 2026. It's the most dark and horrific time in my Planet Coaster career. And one I do not wish to relive, thank you, but probably I'm going to have to in about 5 minutes. Alright, we're thinking here, and I'm thinking staff need access, so staff door on the back there. Perhaps some kind of archway. I mean, actually... no guest is going to see that. So what we're going to have to do... Oh, I love it. I mean, this is why sometimes I separate things. Yeah, I wanted that. Oh, I was like, why is that right? Remember why it's grabbing the building. You're in 2 buildings 32. What? What are you? The game's cracking up. What it's done. No. Oh. I'm being... Right, cancel that. I don't know what it's doing there, why it's doing that as 2 buildings. Yes. So do I want that there, or do I want it above? Yeah. My issue with it being there is it ruins the vibe, and normally you don't actually see security lost and found. You would see a sign that would perhaps say, I'm going to keep it there. We'll have a signpost We shall get around technical loopholes with a signpost. And that's another thing to consider, like signposts for guests. Perhaps I could put some, I was just going to say some gate, some sort of gate, but I think if I put a gate on it, it would be a bit wrong, because I've got the lost and found office down here and I'm putting a gate I'm putting a gate in front of it and nobody's got any chance of finding it ever. I was perhaps thinking about putting an archway over it or something. Perhaps we could put some kind of archway when we've got some money. When and only when we have some money. I mean, the rides aren't going to cost too much. Am I, is that a bit too much for a coffee shop? Like a little place where they would make coffee? Could I squeeze in the ice cream shop? You know what? Let's be daring and squeeze in. Oh no. An ice cream shop. Now, do we have it? Cosmic. See, I don't think we will. I don't think we've got any cosmic cow stuff. We have milkshakes. We have gelato bros, which is not ice cream. But I guess if we don't get this right, it's the opening's going to be the one and only day the theme park stays open. Since we're going for that budget look, yeah, I have an idea. Would have been easier just to execute that idea here, but rustic path, no, we want to go for natural path, brilliant, and we want, much to everyone's surprise, curbs on. Is it going to cost money for me to paint? No, thankfully. Panicking there for a second. I guess bramble is about the best I can go for getting that, like. And now we want to turn it down a bit and go for gravel. So turn it down a bit. Oh, it looks so appealing, doesn't it? Gravel in soft dirt. I think we need a bit more gravel. I really want to put a fallen log around it to, to really sell that image. Now PVC on the front, we cannot have PVC. We're going to have some period correct type windows. Why are you? Oh yeah. Right, where's my bathroom window? We'll go for these windows, not quite. Bathroom, is it? It does work. Kind of enjoying this because we're getting lots done, and that's always nice. Kind of enjoying this. I'm enjoying it very much because I'm thinking about planning, layout, etc. I'm going to have to put a fence around here because no one wants to be able to see or have access to such dangerous things. Do we need a little play park that no one will interact with whatsoever? Probably. You know, like a nice adventure park. Even Alton Towers had an adventure park when I went there when I was young. I think it did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. With the old wood chipped floors and that. State of the art at the time. Wood chipped floors. We had concrete back home. And I'm not joking, we had concrete. Most parks had concrete. And kids kept breaking their arms and things by falling off the slides. And then people said, do you think it's really wise to have concrete? And they sort of looked at it and changed it to that rubber stuff you have now. Well, wood chippings I think came in first, but yeah. Right, I'm looking for a shop front. Did we go with that? No, I don't think we go with that one, but we need something. Oh, look, that's perfect for golden sunrise, isn't it? Look at that. For a cheap, tacky sign at the front. It's going to say budget theme park. Like, we're going to do the absolute minimum of what is required of us. Or perhaps we try and overcompensate with things like banners and such like, and boards and all that sort of thing to try and entice people. I mean, that's pretty elaborate, isn't it? I mean, that's too elaborate. But God, yeah, that costs money. Can't have that. We don't want that. Looks too expensive. That says resort shop, right? Apparently, fascia. Every time I see it, I just think rocket. I don't know why. Or deranged fish. You know, that's hence why I've never used it, probably, because it's a rocket or a deranged fish. Latte Love is pink, isn't it? So we go pink for Latte Love. Bingo. And Gelato Bros is also pink. Do you know what? I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when there's a happy accident, more to the point, but it's actually... Latte Love is a deep pink. That is a lighter pink. That's like, not Indian red, that's kind of... Yeah, that's more like that. That's better. We have a nice door on the backs. Yeah, the orange. Orange is still the company colour. We'll never forget that. It does help as well once you've got a theme and a like kind of colour scheme to go throughout the whole park, that you can sort of work to that brief or that idea. So the first roller coaster has to have metal track. In what colour? At least the supports. and it's not a bad idea actually, having a metal track with like grey and orange is a beautiful colour combination, and I think we'll perhaps do that for our first coaster, which I will be building as soon as I can. I've just realised there's no toilets. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell the health inspector. Whatever you do. Or I'll never be able to open this theme park. So toilets, and then, you know, we can find out what guests are asking for. They will probably be asking for souvenirs. Sorry, my ears are getting particularly warm, unfortunately. So the old trestle tables, they don't exist really. There's these, which are the Viking ones. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. I might be lying, yes. Western Picnic is perfect. Like, no expense has been spared. Did you want splinters in your sandwiches? Go right ahead. And let's not kid ourselves, we're not going to have people beating down our doors to sit and eat here and drink here. And another thing, they need to address that. They don't sit for that long yet. Like, they literally put their bums down and then they're gone. I think the hunger bars and that shouldn't fill up that quickly. Ooh. I say all because, yep, no actual design, rhyme or reason whatsoever for it. Do I need to make that bigger? Not often you say that in a Planet Coaster game, normally you're shrinking stuff, but for a convincing fence, I think I do need to make it a little bit bigger. Then we'll ask George to test it out for us. Mr. George Lucas. We shall drag him out of retirement. Not the George Lucas, of course, about... I had an interesting conversation with my son about George Lucas, actually. I showed him the statue that I called George Lucas. He was like, that looks nothing like George Lucas. I'm like, Google George Lucas when he was young. He's like, George Lucas is much fatter than that. I'm like, Google George Lucas when he was young. And he was like looking at him, he's like, oh, okay. I concede. So yes, that is young George Lucas, who is absolutely brilliant for sorry, I was just typing there, so I fell silent. Men do more than two things at once? Not possible. Yeah, George Lucas is just brilliant for getting a scale of what things should be, and that is perfect, because unless George Lucas was to stand on a table and be very unruly in our theme park, he cannot see over that fence. You know it's coming, don't you? You know what's coming next after I get some people in here and start making money. The plants growing up through the floor next to the building. Like, once this place has been open for more than 2 weeks, that's when it's going to start place will look unkempt. Okay, we are going to plaster our logo everywhere, just in case any guests actually forget which theme park they're in. Like, all over these fence panels, it'll say Golden Sunrise. And I'm like, where am I? Ah, good job that sign's over there, otherwise I would have forgotten which theme park I'm in. 120, I thought it was. So, if you're expecting Alton Towers level of theming, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. Although, once we get some money, then we can make a sizable investment in a decent ride that would get people through the door. But, first of all, we want the basics. And the basics are what I'm putting in now. I'm going to draw tool, because no, don't do that. That's very naughty. No, I don't like that. Stop doing it. No. Point snapping, kind of. I don't want you to point snap because I want to do that. That's it. Yep. I want to move this fence basically, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, it should be more communicative. Why on a... I was just thinking, why was it doing that on that kind of model? I mean, we could go for that. We could stick a post in the corner. I think we stick a post in the corner to fill the gap. Can't wait to get some weeds in growing around all this. Yeah, that works perfect. Look at that, brilliant. The exact effect I was going for. There are some people like shaking their head in disbelief. I can't believe that is the exact effect. Yes, that is the exact effect I'm going for. Some nice little posh windows at the front. I guess so. No. Let's splurge on some flash stone windows at the front of the building. Wood with shutters, not Viking wood with shutters either. That one, kind of like that, but that's a bit too. I was gonna say it's too big. I know it's not an issue and you can resize things, but if I resized it would be too thin. It needs to be like this, or like this. That's tiny though. It's really nice, but it's tiny. Is that? Going to put that there. Kind of want a menu, you know, that sort of thing. Let's have a look under signs and see if there's anything that exciting. I was going to break about 10 minutes ago. That's the trouble with this game. I was going to have a quick midstream break, but yeah, because I need to stretch my legs. I need to get out of this heat in a way for a couple of minutes to cool down for a bit before we put the rides in. I don't. They are going to complain. They're going to complain that they can only get latte, and they are going to complain about that. I know. The guests are going to complain because they're guests. They always do complain about things. So, in Planet Coaster. Let me just... Oh, slush. You could have slushes, couldn't we? This. I was looking for a stone awning. That's kind of nice. I know it's very extravagant and way above our budget. It's a shame that there's no coaster built, because then I could put that on whilst I go for a quick break. We may... I was going to say we may have to open up and just see if people come in for a coffee stop. You know what? I think they actually will. So I'm guessing we go with the in-game branding, like Planet Coaster, etc. I say I guess we are going to, because that's going to be much more enjoyable. Staff building sign. See, that strikes me as pointless. I'm not being horrible to... Why do you need it? Do you need a reminder that you've put a staff building somewhere? You can tell by the way where your staff are going, surely, you know. And nobody else needs to know where this... Guests do not need to know where the staff are having their staff building. Staff would know where the staff room is, because it's probably the first question they ask on the day they're hired. Okay, you know, that's just facts of life. Okay, so put that on there. Everyone knows where the staff room is, so that frees up some signs to make, like, coffee shop signs on signposts and things. Really, that is an ice cream, but we have not got ice cream. We best move, George Lucas. I can imagine if we people come into the park, they would be a bit disappointed. Rhododendrons are going to be a good call as well. Toilets, we will need toilets, and as I say, we'll need a ride. A ride over here. See, a ride here would actually, you would still see the accursed. However, I need to know where power is covering. Yeah, we're gonna run out of places to put, and we'll have to put another transformer in. Not that that's the end of the world. So we need a flat ride that is going to draw people in. Oh, I mean, we can tie it to a if I can tie it to a fairy tale as well. We got high roll. I can't really tie that to a fairy tale. Teacups. I mean, that's kind of nice. 2,330. How much is carousel? Okay, so we could put in teacups and carousel. See, so Mad Hatter's Tea Party for teacups, Alice in Wonderland, that sort of thing, possibly. Grand Carousel. I mean, Knights of the Round Table. I mean, it's sort of a fairy tale, but kind of is. Sorry, I know I'm British and I know it's sacrilege. Shouldn't be saying that King Arthur is kind of a fairy tale, but kind of is, I'm afraid. As much as I would love it to be true. I really don't think there were dragons and some bloke called Arthur who discovered that having a round table for your mates to eat around was a good idea. So, I know I've just plonked it down. I know I said I'm not going to just plonk things down before I open them. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to have to theme it before I open it to Alice in Wonderland. Now I've said that. Alright, we will. We will theme it to Alice in Wonderland. And that is going to be the challenge of doing a budget park where you rip off ancient IPs so that your park works. We need some bins up there. We'll do that in a minute. Put some bins near Gelato Bros. Watch out for the wasps, that's all I can say. So some nice planting there. Could we plant, I was going to say flowers are relatively inexpensive. A bit mad if you ask me, but so the first ride going in is the teacups. Okay, we want point snapping on, thank you. And actually what we want to do aha, much quicker. No, okay. Yeah, I swear in the I know it's just a boring straight line. We will change that. We will eventually have some variation. We need toilets over here, and we need a. That's it really. We've got the ice cream shop. We've got that. So we need to theme this. Toilets open. After the toilets, yeah. So. That's if we're going with just trying to think how I'm going to do Alice in Wonderland. Well, I'll have a quick break. We'll think how we're going to do Alice in Wonderland on here, even if it's basic Alice in Wonderland on a budget. But yeah, we'll also think of something because I spent nearly £7,000, mind you. Not bad investment really. We have a power unit, we have a guest services, we have staff shop, and we have 2 staff buildings. Once we open though and get things going, I mean possibly that 50,000, I need to get things open because I need to get those research points coming in. But anyway, yeah, give me a few minutes and I'll try and think about this, how I'm going to do Alice in Wonderland on teacups, and then we'll continue from there. I want to open it, but I can't I mean, I could open it with people coming in and just using them, but just so you're not looking at a still screen. Afraid I'm going to have to leave you with a still screen. No, I don't. No, I don't. What am I talking about? Brand new. Go on Sunrise Theme Park. So we could always load up something else that I've completed. So I don't know what... Oh, Treasure Cove is my brilliant... Yeah, that one. Shadow of the Beast is a fairly good coaster. I swear I've shown that off. I've shown all these off at some point. We'll load up a park for you guys to watch. I'm not that cruel. Since I'm going to be just going to cool down for a little bit. Do all the things I need to do. Think about how I'm going to do the Alice in Wonderland teacups. Kind of got ideas in my head of what I want to do, but you know. Ideas in my head, but Water Pump 1 is in poor condition. This is a... See, this was on a budget. I don't think I did this on a cheap budget. I mean, that is mad. 96%. This... No, 96% big theme park. And this was not done on a budget. Well, it kind of was, but also wasn't. And I've sort of extensively covered it on the part on the channel. I think we go for Boudica Yawning Coaster. Cinematic. Right, I'll be back shortly, everyone, and yeah, we'll do Alice in Wonderland teacups to finish off. Right, I'm back. Let's jump out of this park and jump back into what we were actually doing. I've had a few ideas. Just whether we can do it or not within a reasonable budget. I'd like to build a coaster tonight, but I don't think we'll have time, realistically, since I've got about an hour before I want to end the stream. So, yes, we'll do our best. I was going to try and build an Alice, like, shapes, like basic shapes, but I don't think I would be able to do that. Let's have a look at interesting queue paths. Go for invisible queue, wood, rustic queue path, we'll stick with that. Rails. Oh, guests are coming in. Damn, I didn't pause it. Path foundation, yeah, we'll put that on, why not? Polished wood rail. Wooden beam. Metal park railing. Yeah, metal park railing, why not? We'll go as basic as we can. And what I want to do is bring this round. Pointed. Yeah. But I wanted to curve it round. It's going to be... No. It's going to be awkward. To do this, it's going to be awkward. I kind of just want to bring it round the edge of the ride. Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder why that was. Yeah, that's why. It might be your settings. Perhaps stick with that. Okay. I mean, there's that, unfortunately. Perhaps have a teacup in the middle, possibly. Just renaming it to Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I might do, although this is going to be costly. Attached scenery. This is where we can start and get a bit creative. Okay, I'm trying to grab that, but it's not letting me grab that. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it is letting me grab it. Okay. Let's bring it up for now. Basic shapes, because that's about all we've got. How I'm going to create this, I don't quite know. I was just about to say there's no flat circle, which would work as a brilliant... There is. It would work as a brilliant base. And I want to grab that. Alright. I guess I have to go into attach scenery. Yeah, do it like that. Attach scenery. It's not central at all, but that's really frustrating. What? I don't know if I can separate that off, and then I have to go in through this menu, I guess, and then what I'm trying to do is get the okay, bring that more central. Basic teacup is what I'm trying to go for. Well, that is huge and very thick. That's not what I was trying to do. What I'm trying to do is shrink that down, bring it across. It needs to be a bit more mirrored. Yeah, mirrored would be fine. Don't worry, there's a method in my madness. Oh, no. Is it costing me? For 2 pieces? It should do. No, 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 no. Because it's mirrored, I've realised what it's done. See, I want it to... Still grammar it as 2. Can I delete? No. See, I was just going to rotate it. Was the idea to create the cup. That's not going to work. Drat. Okay. Well, I don't really need that. I don't need that rotational platform then. And I don't know how you... I delete that. So I'm going to do it. Have to do it the old-fashioned way, by the looks of it. Well, that's a learning curve, isn't it? That's a... I think once we get more budget, we'll add to this ride. No, what is that? That's too thick. I wanted a thin one, wasn't it? It was a thin one I used last time. What do I do? Take it down to about 20%. Yeah, that will do. Bring it up. It'd be so much easier to do. Be so much easier to do if I could just mirror it, but we can't do that, unfortunately. I'm thinking that needs to be resized, all of it, because it's looking too big. Go back to that selection and then it's got a bit of overlap there, which I don't want. Trouble is I can't zoom in that close to it. Right, and what we're going to do... No, okay, we're going to have to go relative. No, we're not. Well, hang on. Why have you... Yeah, thank you. I could say something. I need a ruler, unfortunately. Thank you. I have to take the hit on that one. I have 8 pieces is fine, yeah. Now theoretically, yeah, it does, it spins around completely. To make our cup. And I already have a piece in mind for the handle. I'd love to put a rabbit sat in here with a coffee mug in his hand. Not bad, not brilliant, but not bad. Let's serves the purpose. Shame there's nothing. Like, have we got anything that's hooped? Probably not. We need more hoops in this game, just so we can build rings around our cups. Dear Frontier, can I have some hoops, please? Just cover all the basic shapes if you're going to have basic shapes in the game. I was looking at a handle thinking, oh, what handle could I have? So, scenery theme. I was thinking parades. No, not theme, content packs. Yeah, parades pack. There is a piece within the parades pack. There's a lighting piece that would work really well for. There it is, a handle. Find it's the right size. Okay, that's not quite right, is it? Like that. That's a really nice handle piece. And then I can add more to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. As and when we get there with it. I.e. some shape art characters and stuff around it. Right, staff. We can actually hire some staff. We can have you, sir. We can have you. And you. And that is about our limit, I think. Mascots, way too expensive. Now we have guests coming in. Just realised nothing's open. 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 I'm guessing my staff room's open. Yep, it is. Good. And my workshop should be open as well. No, it wasn't. What's the problem here? Teacup's entrance is not connected to any path. Are you sure? Would you like to check that? Pretty sure it's connected to a path. We'll soon find out. Like, is anyone actually coming up to the teacups? Yeah, it seems pretty connected to a path to me. Some people don't like it. I mean, that's understandable. I totally understand that. Toilets! There's no toilets. There's no... Ah! Do we have any feedback from guests already? They probably will say. I wish I had a pool in this park. I need something fun to do. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting thirsty. Nothing I can drink here. Everything contains that thing. Right. Fair comment. All fair comments. None of which I'm going to listen to at this precise point in time. I guess we're running a bargain. And we are. The teacups is popular. I wonder why. Being the only ride in the park. Are we accruing points? research points. I think we're beginning to get research points. Good. Which is what we need. We need things going. So when I go to put in a new facility, I will pause. Oh, there's no music. Sacrilege. I mean, that's a bit for teacups, you know. A bit much, really, isn't it? Okay. Doesn't say Alice in Wonderland, really, does it? Oh, this is a brilliant song, this. A lot of these are... I don't know what. Magical town. I mean, it's all a bit too dramatic. Kind of nice, kind of almost in the... We do have... I mean, if in doubt, if in doubt, whack a bit of classical music on your ride. Everyone that's just had a ride, they will be rather annoyed. Anyone buying a drink? No, I think they're going home. No, we have some takers for drinks. Guessing they want some proper food outlets. I'm just going to add some more. A higher concentration of gravel. Around the standing area. They're like, this park sucks. Yep, you would be right at the moment. At the moment. What? Why are we not? You're full. You can go. Stop looking at your nails, love, and just start the ride. There we go. Money, alright? Money. You've got more than a half load. Does it make you feel amazingly good and joyous to see frame? Alright. Why is it not playing music anymore? These are all quite nice, some of these. Kind of like that. That's kind of futuristic though, isn't it? That's very simple. We'll go for that. Oh. What's that about frame area? Oh. Yeah, kind of like that. So what is this? Oh, they're teacup colours. I was like, what? What's this teacup? Oh, you can go like that. I kind of like that, Look really nice, like that. I kind of like that, actually, but I want a different colour. I'm probably back at where I started, I know, I realise. What is that? Oh, it's the inside. Yep, that's a bit better. Snow is coming. Make sure your park and pools have enough heaters. What do you mean snow is coming? But I've just opened the park. Snow is... Okay. Do we know anything about heaters? I think they might be under facilities. Do we know heaters? Yeah. Radiant heater. Okay. £50. Let's see. No, not mood, guest experience. I want to know about heaters. Where is heaters? Power, water, water cleanliness, profit. Nothing's in profit. There we go, temperature. Okay, nice. Yep. No, right, snow is coming. With that in mind, then I guess we should cover up the teacups. How am I going to cover up the teacups? Well, we should cover up the teacups, and we've got 25 minutes before I... Oh, just under. So, I'm going to attempt to cover up the teacups. What kind of path do we want? Is there like cobblestones? Yeah, cobblestones, that's what we want. And we want no railing. A risky move, I know. But... no. Nope, 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 nope. No, do not get that. Just there. No TV, I do not want to shut down. Not now. Not whilst we're... Oh. Very hard to do this in the snow. No, I can see. There we go. What we're going to do that's not what I want actually. Oh, small town post would be lovely to cover my teacups up. What I need to do is check we are roughly central. That is about central. Let's test something now. What I'm going to test is, yep, spins perfectly. Hopefully adding all this won't confuse it too much. I'm going to put a roof on as well, ideally, but and then it will be Panic Station's next episode. Get a coaster into the ground. We might be able to research some coasters there before I come to build the first coaster. Like I say, I'm not going for big budget stuff, so like just calling it a Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I mean, I could stick a small town clock outside. There are ways of fudging it to put no better term on it that would be believable. That's what I was looking for. That's nice. I just don't know how. My concern is at the moment is putting a roof on this. Or how would I put a roof on this? I will work it out. No, don't worry. And I actually want to bend you slightly inwards. And I want to bend that slightly inwards. I don't think I'm following the... No, okay. No, don't do that. Had a temporary brain freeze there. I thought, what am I actually doing? Yes, I'm trying to make that follow the contours of the actual design. Actually, I want to put that and that's slightly off. Okay. So, what we want to do that's 4 pieces. 5. It just makes it easier for editing in there because I won't grab the ride or anything else. Although you can specify what you grab in that mode. I don't think it's gonna work. I have a feeling this isn't going to work that well. Do you know what I want to do? That wind sounds harsh. That way we haven't got loads of posts, and then I'm going to add the roof on top afterwards. That's the theory, but it's just a theory at the moment. I mean, doing the roof separate might be the way forward, I think. Okay, what we got going on there? I think it's slightly off on this side. That's a bit of fence that survived. Curse you, bit of fence. Delete that. Oh, look at that. It's just being nasty for the sake of it. Got it. Precision work that was. Oh. What? Why are you... I'm sorry, I just grabbed that. I don't look to look too out of place, but let's do some merging here of posts just to be able to bring the the other post across. I was going to say, as I didn't want it to get in the way of the path, it's the base is going to have to get in the way of the path, which is irritating. I mean, I could take the support out, but not having one in this area would be very strange. is why custom barriers is easy to work with, because you don't have to deal with that. What? Why were they walking so fast? I was like, huh, hang on. Am I making a profit? Kind of. That's debatable. Research. Oh, we're not far off getting wooden coasters. Or what are water coasters? We've got water coasters, wooden coasters. Neither of which are amazing. Chain lift coasters 2 gives us a classic arrow. But it costs a lot. Yeah, that's all coming into modern era. I mean, wooden coasters I feel is more usable than water coasters, so it might have to be wooden coasters. There's also no lighting in this entire park. I've just noticed there on the inside that and that. Are on the inside, which is slightly annoying. Why? Oh, that was only probably the maximum amount of people that queued up for it at that time. Well, it doesn't. I thought that cup might spin, but it doesn't really need to. How do you feel about your job, sir? Content, fair pay. Right, well, when we start making real money, we could start paying them more. So we need a toilet block. We need a roof on top of our Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I need to think of some more things to go in the Mad Hatter's Tea Party rather than just that cup. Like, I don't know. Think of something, I'm sure. In fact, oh excuse me, I'm yawning. Let's try, on the off chance that somebody else has made something Alice in Wonderland related. on the off chance. Let's try Mad Hatter. I know I'm being particularly precise. Cheshire Hat, very clever. The Mad Sorcerer, Mad Max Bullet Farmer, Mad Max People Eater, Mad Max Elvis. Oh, Matty's Machinations. Well, yeah, he's pretty awesome at building. Alice in Wonderland characters. Perfect. Concord Ford. We'll give you an upvote. This could be exactly what we're looking for. For our Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Yeah, it looked really good. And what we need next, we need some cards as well. Playing cards would be good for Alice in Wonderland, but that would be ideal for what we need. See, I put in Mad Hatter, but it came up with Alice in Wonderland. That's really quite clever. We're all mad here. Okay. What's that? Disney Mad Hatter Tea Party. Disney? Disney? Okay. Mad Teacups by the lady designer. Yeah, we know her. Or if you don't, go check out her stuff. What's... I was going to say view profile, but it's not going to let me. View workshop creations. Let's see what she's actually built. Okay. Is that all she's built? Was it Mad Teacups? Or perhaps that's all that comes under my... Well, not much for Mad Hatters. Teacups, cups, coffee cups. And that's quite impressive. Mad Planko friend. Yeah, not Mad Hatter, Mad Twister. Okay. The other thing to look for. I mean, we've got the characters now. That's brilliant. And they're way better than I could probably do. In all honesty, I'm not very good at shape art. Architecture, yeah. I did graphic design way back, so I understand some architectural things. I mean, I didn't do it to the extent a building would be designed, but I understand perspective and things like that, basic stuff. Okay, have we got page 5? No, page 1. Why would we start on page 5? Alice in Wonderland. Okay, no Alice in Wonderland whatsoever. Penguin animatronic set. That looks really good. Except it's not... Do you think Sunstitch likes penguins? I mean, nothing wrong with it. I like penguins too. Themepark. Right, well, you've not got... Right, the movies block. Ah, Magic Mike. I also know his creations. He's very good. Corvus Terrain Competition. This is not Alice. I mean, I typed in Alice in Wonderland. And what? I'm getting Gotham City Work in Progress by Patman. You know? I don't know where the Alice in Wonderland crossover. Oh, that is King Cola. That kind of looks like looked like a bit like Nuka World type designs, but then I realised it wasn't. A Greek what? Oh yeah, the new DLC's not out yet. But yeah, I know it's coming. You have a Greek one in the workshop. What? Alice in Wonderland. I was looking for something specific. Something specific. I was pretty sure I typed in, it's forgotten Alice in Wonderland now. I have said ages ago on, I think the workshop's broken. I've said ages ago, like I would like to do parks once a week, but I'm just doing a challenge at the moment. So I've got something so I can stream this, but quite happily I'd review a park of people's. But oh, you want the DLC? Yeah, I want the DLC as well when it comes out, but I probably will get it. I'm going to be disappearing off now anyway because I've got work in the morning. I know everyone's just joined and started chatting and things, but it's midnight in the UK. It's 1 o'clock in Europe. It's very late. So I don't know what it's like in America, but probably 8 hours behind actually, so not too bad at all. It'd be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, the new DLC, I think we'll all be quite excited about that when it comes out. But for the moment, we'll leave the challenge park. We'll leave the challenge park and I'll resume streaming another night, and we'll try and get this with 42,000. We'll try and get this up and running, this park. We need to install toilets, which is going to be important. I need a roof on the teacups because I can't have them getting snowed in all the time. And yeah, just going to try and get this place up and running and put some nice Alice in Wonderland characters around the teacups, really, all around the front that we've downloaded, that person created. 5%. Am I new at Planet Coaster 2? No. Why are you asking about this simple park? It's done on a tight budget and I'm doing it to look in a certain way. That's why it's it's not extravagant theming, because I want it to be like a budget park so that I can put more in it, and it's also so I get used to doing things simply, like using different materials like this, so that we get more of an effect on the park, on the design. But yeah, it's basic, and I'm doing that on purpose so that we can get more in it. But yeah, no, I'm not. I have a few designs on here. I mean, we're currently working on that, which I'll be doing off stream. This Golden Sunrise I'll be doing purely on stream, but everything else, like Echoes of Albion is probably the only park I've finished. I'm in the Halloween Town, and then Eagle Summit theme park I'm currently working on, but that's eating up percentage like no man's business, unfortunately. And yeah, this as well is a project that I should go back to at some point, because the one coaster that I've built in here is really good. So I'll quickly show you this, seeing as you asked am I new to Planet Coaster, and you can get an idea of my building style on that. So yeah, I'm going to put in, I did try and put in a dive coaster, but it was far too big. But this coaster is finished. Let's put some fixed sun on. Just the park is really good. No. Oh, okay. But this should give you an idea of when I'm theming stuff and going a bit more in depth. This is what I do, but the other one was just basic. But this is something this is something I should go back to at some point and finish. If you're asking, did I build that all myself? Yes, is the answer. Got a little souvenir shop on the exit. Yeah, this is all my own work completely. I don't usually take things off the workshop. The only reason I've done it tonight was because the Alice in Wonderland characters I just can't design a little backstage area for Terror X, and then we've got the toilet block, and then you've got the entrance to Terror X. You've got the bit outside. The entrance comes in here. There's a little story. But yeah, this was me trying to do like universal level type design, theming, thinking about everything. There's exits and everything. This isn't finished, by the way. This queue line is still got some bits to finish. But yeah, this is all my own work. 100% me. So yeah, there's a few bits to finish. I need to come back to this. This would be good to work on, because I put so much into this design, and then kind of stopped because I couldn't put the other coaster in that I wanted to. But yeah, you can watch the launch from here as well while you're queuing, and then it comes around here. Oh, hard work building this. Yeah, this took about 3 months. Just that coaster. And that you see took about 3 months. So yeah. Well, no, did it take 3 months? It took at least a couple of months. It took a long time. I mean, first of all, I just wanted to get the layout of the coaster right, with the strange top hat and everything. But yeah, the observatory. I have a whole story built out for this park. It's all sci-fi but water-based, if that makes any sense. But I just couldn't. The coaster I wanted to put in here didn't feel like this coaster. This was the coaster I wanted to put in. So when the DLC came out and this coaster became available, I was like, oh, I could go back to this. I should go back to this. But yeah, there's way better pieces in the game than when I started doing this all the many moons ago. So yeah, I could do a lot more with this. But yeah, it's got everything that it needs. It's got backstage areas, it's got everything that you would expect. Right, anyway, I'm looking at this just thinking, yeah, I should go back to this. I should just try and finish this. Since I have ideas for what I could do with it. I could delete this path here, build this like mini drop coaster. Because the idea was I wanted you to be able to walk up here. The ride looks like Jurassic Park, kind of. It's the same style of coaster as Jurassic Park, but it isn't. The layout's nowhere near what Velocicoaster is. It was kind of inspired by Velocicoaster, but then I put a sci-fi twist on it. It'll make sense if you read the storyline in the queue, but yeah, we'll save that for another day. But yeah, thinking get rid of this path, design all this, like the idea was I wanted you to be able to walk down here and have coasters either side. So yeah, and perhaps a coaster at the end. But I've used 34% just on that. You know, that's 1/3 of my budget on just that. So, you know, and there's no entrance built yet, and no. So yeah, that's possibly why it kind of got shelved. But a bit of a shame, really. Anyway, I'm going to go because I've got work in the morning. Thanks for joining me, everyone. We will continue the challenge part because obviously I'm limited, and I'll continue the challenge part. I know I downloaded that creator's characters. We'll put them in. You can help me. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. We'll pick it up next time, and I'll do more challenge at that challenge park, and we'll create something quite entertaining and nice, and hopefully it'll be a budget theme park, which is what I want, and we'll have a lot more in it than 2 coasters. And then I may come back to this at some point if people want me to, and try and finish it. Even though it's, you know, it's going to probably be a 2 coaster park with, well, who knows what, a few basic facilities, and the guests will hate it, but everyone else that sees it will realise the effort it took. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Good night.